Hello everyone, good evening. Gonna do some more Shadowgate. Again, probably not gonna be a really long stream, but I want to do something tonight. Okay, now last time I was getting a little confused by what to do with this. Oh, we haven't I reloaded from a previous save just to give myself some turns back because of both the torches and that stupid curse that was put on me. I think... Okay, we use... Okay. Go in here. Now, what we're actually supposed to do here is... Okay. I'm gonna use our dirk on this, Oh, wait a second. Maybe we... Maybe we do have to use the sword that we found to pry the gear off. There we go. Okay, and that gives us 2 patterns. I actually want to remember these because they are important. Okay. Those are the 2 patterns we need to know. Oh, did we not, We need to set the skull in the, in the hole. Oh shit, did I not get it from the... Oh, great. There it is. There we go. Okay, that powered the place up. Okay, yeah, we do have to put the gear back. so I had to make sure to write that down. Okay. So we drained the water from either... It had to be either the waterfall room or the sewer. Yeah, but now there's also a barrier in front of the door leading into that crypt. So now go through here. Ah, another one of those runes on that skull. Glows power. What is this? The symbols etched on the wall look something like the written language of the Stepis Magi, who are a traveling troupe of performers and fortune tellers. You remember visiting one such carnival in your youth at Stormhaven. That's nice. Search the corpse for anything useful. Your efforts produce 2 scrolls which you deposit in your pack. Okay. Ah, here's some stones. We do want those. Let's see what's inside those. You read the words on the scroll. One particular word stands out from the rest. Mix. In your mind's eye, you see a glyph glowing with powers. You quickly write down the strange mark in your spell book. Okay. So, the complex meaning seems to imply a recipe of ingredients put together for a mysterious purpose. I wonder... Vulcan didn't do anything on that. You read the hastily scrawled words on the scroll. Brother, if you're reading this, then I am no more. Our best defenses cannot hold against this power. I fear we've underestimated his ambition and the depths he would travel in the dark arts. Protect the seals at all costs. He must not get them. I know it's forbidden to enter each other's demesne, but I implore you to follow the ley lines to the Lone Keep and add your string to Untham's. If nothing else, perhaps our Weather Master can blunt the evil one's advance, especially with your support. Fare thee well, Fandral the High. Okay, I guess there's... nothing else on the corpse. Ankle-deep water fills this chamber. Now, I think one thing we're supposed to do is... Yes, York, we should find it, but first, no? I know we have to collect some water in the, in that empty bottle. Okay, what was the other? Okay, first two are in the middle, and then other ones pulled down. Yeah, I know that goblin's up there. A warm and hearty fire burns atop the brazier. The metal legs have been crafted from a series of hooks haphazardly welded together. Okay. Yeah, water's drained from the sewer now. You submerge the empty bottle, and fill it with water. A strong metal bar appears to have come loose from a sewer grate. Gate won't budge. The grate feels somewhat loose. You're unable to pull it free. Okay. Let's... No. No, I'm trying... There we go. Pry them open with that. Ooh. Peering into the darkness, you drop down the muck and crawl through the tight opening. The stone den is damp and smells of copse and green foliage. As if a mirage, the far side of the cave shimmers and power emanates from a standing stone obelisk. The mushroom has an earthy, fresh dirt smell to it. Drop the mushroom in your satchel. Wonder if we die if we try eating the shrooms. Probably. The stone obelisk is nearly 10 hands high, embellished with strange glyphs and 3 deep notches. An inner hum emanates from its center, setting your teeth on edge. Okay, this, I believe, is where we use that, Invokin spell. With a whispered word, your spell is unleashed. Oh. A strange apparition coalesces from within the obelisk, the ghostly figure of an old man cloaked in a shimmering veil.
You have done well, simple soldier. Now, listen if you have ears, since the shadows grow long and time fleet. Some 40 years past, an evil, the likes the world has not beheld, escaped its prison. Talimar, the Black, he of whom I have already spoken. This warlock lord brought forth his dark magics and conjurations, and unleashed his foul vassals, desecrating these sacred halls. Talimar has laid waste to the combined power of man. And what of the Circle of 12, the great wizards? They are no more. I am the last.
That sucks.
Pity me not, boy. We were resolute in our judgment, but erred greatly. 'Twould have been better to put our brother to death, but mercy and folly prevailed. I know not Talimar's full plans, but have discovered enough to fill my heart with fear. And yet, hope remains, and it stands or falters with you. Fare thee well.
Ooh. A scroll, a glowing orb, and the words, "Fare thee well." The clear orb has a silver sheen about it. It's relatively light and vibrates with a dormant, expectant power. You read the words on the scroll aloud. 5 to find, 3 or 1. 1 gives access to the bladed sun. Silver orb to banish below. Staff of Aegis to vanquish the foe. Joining 2, the golden thorn. The last to invoke, the platinum horn. Okay. That I definitely remember from the original game. That's going to be very important. So let's keep that with us. Anything else here we need? I don't think so. I think we're good. Now, is there... The fabric of its cloak has a wispy, almost ethereal feel to it. Okay, so that's... I remember the cloak being in this room in the original, but it just looks like a throw rug in this one. Drop the cloak in your satchel. Okay. Now... Douse the flames of the brazier with water. An angry hiss accompanies the rising steam. You grab the legs of the metal stand, attempting to pull them apart. They're welded to the bowl of the brazier. So, let's smack it with the hammer. Swing the hammer at the brazier. The bowl parts from the legs with a loud clang. Ever been to Dragonfell? I was there a few times. Those caves and caverns look a lot like these caves and caverns. Cool story, bro. Okay, we got a hook. And a bowl. Awesome. Okay, we got another skull with runes on it, so let's put it in the hole as well. This one is it, right? With a strange sucking sound, the skull fills the slot in the archway. The hairs on your arms rise as you feel power gather in the air, reaching deeper into the castle. All right. I'm anticipating getting jump scared by that stupid banshee thing that cursed me. Okay, now I know that the orb that Lackmere gave us, that's what we can use to harness the elementals. Taking the silver orb from your satchel, you advance upon the ice elemental. You can barely hold on as a power from within the orb latches onto the singularity and pulls it inside. A frosty pattern immediately encases the orb. Awesome. Now here... Now you can use the, like in the original, use the orb on the water. As you release the ice elemental, you fumble with the silver orb, dropping it into the lake. Immediately, the still water freezes into a solid sheet of ice. Excellent work. Okay, now we can get over here without getting killed by the whatever under the water. Make your way across the slippery ice toward the chained skeleton. First, let's grab this key. Gauze-like fabric is wrapped around the skeleton's head like a blindfold. I don't know if we actually need it, but... Search the skeleton for anything interesting. Just a pile of rotted bones. What's this written above it? Even though you can't read the inscription on the rock, you understand its intent to warn others away. Just to check. No. Okay. Okay, we want to use the... Then use the lit torch. The heat from the lit torch melts the ice around the silver orb, freeing it. The ancient artifact rises to the surface of the frozen lake. Told you guys need some attention, boy. Sure, stock up on unlit... Yeah. Head on up here, and we can, beads of water form on the surface of the orb as we absorb the water elemental now. Okay, with that barrier, we can't take the direct path through the crypt. So we have to take the alternate route. Hopefully not get shot by the goblin. Okay. No, oh shit, I pressed the wrong button. Okay. key we got off the skeleton should open this door. Yes. As you open the door, a wave of heat slams into you, making your eyes water. Okay. Where's that cloak? I believe we have to wear that to protect us from the heat. There it is. Shrug the cloak over your armor. Ooh. A wave of heat washes over you as you move into the next room. An intense heat, surely from the unearthly fire before you, fills this large room. As you head for the far door, a bright point of white light materializes above the bridge, pulling a cauldron of heat behind it. In a swirl of fire, the singularity explodes and fashions itself into a creature out of your worst nightmares. The beast hisses at you, blocking your way. It's a fire drake, a dragon from the nether regions of hell, made from nothing more than fire and molten rock. Let's punch it! Anticipating your attack, the fire drake leaps at you. Teeth, claws, and flames tear into you, ripping you to shreds and cooking you at the same time. Jesus.
'Tis a sad thing.
Okay, Drakey. Let's unleash the water elemental on it. The intense fire from the drake overpowers the lesser magic of the elemental. The spirit disappears with a whimper. You bastard! Wait a second. Okay, rather than use it directly on the fire drake, let's, I think we should just drop it in the fire. Once released from the silver orb, the water elemental immediately extinguishes the flames in the fire pit before disappearing. The effect on the fire drake is disastrous. Unable to feed on the magical flames, the dragon's power ebbs and the thing vanishes in a cloud of acrid smoke and feeble sparks. Okay. Yeah, we can still, it is possible we can still just walk right off the platform here and die that way. That'd be a shitty way to go. The door sticks a little, but when you put your shoulder to it, it finally opens. York already mentioned that you can speak to him and get hints. He also has a tendency to mouth off every now and then. If you'd like York to keep his quips to a minimum, simply select him in the command wheel and select hit. Repeat the process if you want him to pipe up again. I'm not gonna abuse my skull friend. Veins of light-colored rock are pressed in the darker granite of the cave walls. Yeah, I see some familiar-looking gears here. A gear etched in strange runes is firmly connected to a mechanism that protrudes from the wall. And I see, looks like a spot missing, which I happen to have an extra gear, so let's, can we stick that in? Yeah. Grabbing the cold iron with both hands, you pull with all your might, hoping to lift the grate. Unfortunately, it won't budge. Well, what about this over here? Okay. You attempt to turn the gear by hand, but the mechanism resists your efforts. Well, where do we operate this thing from? Long chain dangles from some mechanism in the ceiling above. Maybe we use, maybe we use a spell like before? No. What do you got to say, York? Yeah, I know. That was the point. Okay, so we do use one of the spells then to activate this. No. That didn't work either. That's all the spells. Hold up just a second anyways. Alright. I was actually supposed to use it on the grate itself, not the gears. You let out a long breath, gather your will, and chant the spell. Debris falls from the rocks above as the iron grate responds, lifting with a shudder and a squeal and opening the way forward. Another corpse. Reaching upward, this ancient skeleton looks like it might have once been one of the inhabitants of this castle. You go through the torn clothes of the dead figure. A rolled piece of parchment is all that catches your fancy. You read the elegant writing of the scroll. Brother Delden, please see to it that the circle chamber is prepared for the ritual. The circle dais was in need of some repair the last time we performed the initiate spell on it. We have a young candidate ready for initiation. Once the rite is performed on the platform, please bestow on him all authority and privilege commensurate with an acolyte of the order. It is signed with an archaic letter L. Okay. This vast chamber is dominated by an intricately carved circle, wreathed by 12 stone thrones. Power pulsates from mystical symbols set within the floor. A series of runes and etchings decorate the stone throne. An undercurrent of power runs along its edges as well. This particular throne has been partially destroyed. Nevertheless, there's a sense of power about it. This ravaged throne is ornately carved and decorated with runes. Many of the symbols on this chair are of avian design. Oh, I see another one of those obelisks, too. Although it's in disrepair, this throne stands out from the rest. The carvings within the stone are extremely deep. Yeah. I see a scroll, too. While much of the scroll is faded, one part still stands out. And in the end the evil shall be thrice defeated and thrice returned. The first shall raise a warder to bar the gates from opening. The second shall raise one of the carefree to travel the path of luck. The last shall raise a raven to remake what was undone. The letter is signed Gabriel, and includes a glyph which shows 4 vertical lines of varying height. Huh. Okay. A dizzying number of strange runes, the vast majority you've never seen before, are carved into the circular dais. A hum of power emanates from its center along with a ghostly whisper of a word. A censure. Let's use our, on the obelisk again. The image of Lakmir materializes.
Listen carefully to my words, boy. There were many who followed the path of the One. Worthy were they, and I counted them as brothers and sisters. Now only I remain, he who is called Timeless. I have fought the good fight, sending many of Talimar's horde back to the my power is beyond that of mortal man, it is not without limit. But why do I appear before you thus? Am I a ghost? No. Surely I am more than that. This is naught but a projection.
Are you like
As
Gandalf?
my living being has sought shelter within my tower, it is here I continue my studies to aid you in what ways I can.
I see.
I grow weary.
Because Gandalf's an
know
immortal
this.
too.
I have glimpsed a vast power at the foundation of this castle. This power the Warlock Lord covets above all else. But he fears as well. A hero from the line of the ancients. Or so says Gabriel the Bard. Gird
Those
yourself
spoony
against
bards.
what is to come, simple soldier. And forsake me not. Follow the ways of the circle. Stray not from its path.
Stray not from this path, he finishes. Okay. You take a seat on the stone chair, offering yourself a short respite. After a moment, you get up again. That's nice. Okay. The door opens with an eerie squeal that echoes throughout the chamber. Not unlike the image in your dreams, the entrance to the inner keep of Castle Shadowgate stands before you, set with a heavy wooden drawbridge. Try as you might, there's no way to open the drawbridge from this side. The muddy bottom of the moat looks far from inviting. You pinch your nose in disgust. The stench of decay rising from this old stone well is nauseating. A rope hangs from the wooden crossbar. Grab hold of the rope and carefully lower yourself down to the well. The ancient well is choked with roots and various detritus and debris that's accumulated over the years. Sections of thick metal are sewn into a rough leather glove, creating excellent protection and reinforcement. You squeeze your hand into the metal gauntlet. Okay. Again, just like the original game. There's a hole in the bucket. I don't know if we need the bucket for anything. The skull looks like it might have come from a large rodent. However, you've never seen a rat with a set of horns before. Nor do we want to. I don't know if I need to pick any of this up. I don't think I do. We mostly came down here for the gauntlet, I think. We scramble up the rope and out the top of the well. There you are. Yeah, the fucking banshee. Okay. Drop the rope in your satchel. In an attempt to camouflage yourself, you spread a handful of mud across your face. Not by intention, but kind of funny. You're trying to mimic Arnold from Predator. Okay, combine the rope with that hook that we found. Wherever it went. There we go. You take the rope and tie it securely around the iron hook. The result resembles a grappling hook. Displaying an expertise you didn't know you possessed, you swing the grappling hook about your head a few times and let it fly. The hook catches in the window slit of the castle wall. You yank on the end of the rope and free it from its position. Oh, okay. I thought I was actually going to climb it, but... Okay. You jump down to the muddy moat before using a hanging rope to pull yourself up and into the window above. Huge gear is firmly secured to the ceiling of this chamber. Pull the lever to the right. With a rumble, the chains move and gears start to turn. You hear the unmistakable sound of a drawbridge being lowered outside. Awesome. This type of cauldron was forged for one purpose: releasing boiling oil onto attacking forces. You read the words on the scroll, noting it's a letter addressed to the wizard Greylord. My friend, I will remain secure in my what is that word? Here in the Gatekeeper Mountains, guarding the northern passage. Look for my signal pyre. If more come from the north, I regret that I must bring my most formidable pet with me, since only I can control it. The name Unthalm is signed in flourish at the bottom of the page. Okay, we lowered the drawbridge. You test the secured rope, scamper out the window, and successfully rappel down the slick wall. Okay, we can enter now. Taking a deep breath, you saunter across the drawbridge and into the inner castle. Oh, hello. As you enter the grand hallway, a goblin jumps out from the shadows, surprising you with a war cry. While you backpedal, the beast tightens its grip on its weapon. Say hello to Mr. Sword. Or not. With more speed than you thought possible, the goblin anticipates your move and brings down its wickedly pointed cudgel. The weapon penetrates deep into your brain and puts an end to your brief yet adventure-filled life. Okay, he was taking none of that shit.
You have chosen poorly, young Jer.
The look of surprise flits across the goblin's face as you throw a haymaker at its jaw. With a sickening crack, the goblin goes down like a sack of potatoes. You shake your hand and mutter in satisfaction. Didn't see that one coming, did you? Okay, now I think we can use the sword on it to finish it off. You deliver the coup de grace to the unconscious goblin, ending its life. Got anything on you? You pat down the goblin and take an interesting crystal from its pocket. What's this? No. Goblin armor. The soiled and stained tunic is made from the skin of some long-dead creature. We don't want that filthy thing's clothes, do we? I hope we don't need it. Take some more torches. Now let me see what that red crystal. Slight crack runs down the shafts, surely devaluing the crystal. You give the suit of armor a once-over. Looks like there's something stuck in the visor. Oh? You lift the visor and find part of a mask which you take and put in your pack. Mask piece. Part of a face made from wood and painted to resemble an old crone's skin. Suit of armor retains a high gloss, as if someone's been polishing it. It's obvious this suit of armor is made for dress parades and fancy occasions. You wouldn't be caught dead in one of these. Okay. Yeah, let's talk to the inanimate suit of armor. Okay. Okay, we have quite a few, doors open for us. Where to start with, though? Try this one. Oh, hello, goblins. Goblins are all preoccupied with eating, sleeping, and reclining. Let's say what up! Attempt to communicate with the goblin, you grunt incoherently. The inebriated creature waves off your mark with a rude gesture. Oh, there we go. There it is. Almost as one, the goblins look up at you with surprised expressions. It would be comical if it wasn't for what happens next. They leap to their feet and pile on you. You have the fleeting thought that this is what a wishbone must feel like, as two of the beasts each grab a limb and rip them from your sockets. Ow!
Tales of your great sacrifice shall be told throughout the land.
Okay, that was a bad idea. Probably goes without saying. Let's try this one. This large hall is dominated by a stained glass window, rising to the height of the vaulted ceiling. An impressive window dominates the far side of the wall. The stained glass depicts a number of robed figures, each reaching for some type of conflagration in the heavens. We have us another scroll. Fandral, I've discovered a great weakness in our defenses. Since we all have the mark, it is simply a matter of separating our heads from our shoulders. Then our remains can be used in the hidden approach and the wards will be engaged, allowing those with the knowledge to travel the castle unopposed. One merely has to be within our walls for this to work. It's signed with 3 squiggly lines. This wrought iron poker is used to stir a fire's embers. Lining the far end of the banquet room, this massive fireplace sits cold and unused, gathering dust. Door is locked. That door is locked. That door swings open. And so does that one. And it looks like... Do we have the old secret passage in the fireplace? The flue, while massive, offers no handhelds with which to climb. Okay, I guess not. Oh, hello. Oh, damn. Goblin leaps out of the shadows, blocking your way. You both freeze, eyeing one another, each waiting for the other to make the first move. Will the same thing work on this one? Yep. With a sickening crack, the goblin goes to... Yep. You raise your fist in triumph. Now, finish him. Where's my sword?
Ha-ha!
Okay. Nothing worth taking. What about that helmet? That door's locked. That door's open. The castle's fortifications sit like an impenetrable wall against the relentless onslaught of the raging storm. Standing on a base inscribed with the words, Reliant Triumphant, a marble angelic statue reaches to the skies, an empty slot set within its outstretched arm. Okay, I know this corresponding area. We were supposed to set like an iron rod in the in a certain place. That's probably where I'm supposed to set it. You nearly slip on the damp, well-worn stones. Situated on the edge of a deep chasm, the castle defenses end in a fortified watchtower. The long ash bow is in serious need of repair. The hew string is fraying in several places. The skeletal remains of a long-dead wizard lie rotting on the stone battlements. The animal hide that was fashioned into this sack has been dulled by both age and element. Sadly, this frayed, ripped quiver is devoid of arrows. I know in this corresponding area in the original game there was a trap set here. There was a pot of gold if you tried to take it. That area would collapse and you'd fall and die. You rummage through the corpse's tattered clothing, but fail to discover anything useful. You rummage through the sack, finding 2 scrolls, a key, and a rune. Taking these, then you discard the sack. Take the bow. The circular plate is engraved with the image of a dragon. A faint glow runs along its surface. Okay, how about the scrolls? You unroll the parchment, paying little heed to the manuscript's condition. You're drawn to one particular passage. Follow the path of the ancients, the philosopher, the historian, the bard, and the priestess. From Elder Anhem to Dans with Bjorn. From Lilith Air to Horatic Surf to Olarua, who shows the way forward. Is that going to be a clue for something later? Probably something I'm going to have to remember. Read the words on the scroll. One particular word stands out from the rest. Flumoris. Okay, I guess we got another spell. In your mind, you see a dazzling flash of light. Okay, I remember where that's used. And I see we have another one of these. are we going to have another chat with Blackmare? Yep.
In arrogance and pride, we thought we could prevent Talimar from turning to darkness. We have surely paid for these sins. But this matters not, simple soldier. What is done is done. Time is fleet, so bend an ear to my voice. Hope lies within your breast. I say it again. Talimar the Black fears it. Even as he searches for a way to rip it from you. Even as he binds the dwarves to his madness, driving them deeper into the catacombs. And he will not stop until he rips every stone from the castle's foundation. For Talimar believes that a great beast slumbers far below. Mayhap this is true, for I have uncovered much, yet know so little. Of this, however, I am certain. The Warlock Lord knows not of your heritage. This is our great advantage, our great hope. Seek the terrible skull door of Tor Drakan. What lies beyond its threshold is unknown, even to me. A great behemoth, an ancient evil, a source of power. Be wary, boy. Heed my words. Do what I cannot. Go where I cannot. Learn the secrets of what Talimar seeks. Trust in what you find.
All right. Well then. I wonder, we do have an iron rod of sorts. No luck, it doesn't fit. Probably has to be something that fits with that theme a little bit better. The key doesn't open that door. Okay, nice. That key worked. The bleak stone walls of this tower landing offered little warmth and comfort. Rock font filled with stagnant, discolored waters attached to the wall. A light breeze blows down the stairs, playfully tussling your hair. Ooh, spooky. Oh, can we can we just jump out the window and commit suicide? Is that what this is? The swirling clouds and howling wind hint at the terrible strength of unnatural weather that surrounds the castle. Oh. Some malevolent force is sucking all light from this room. You sense the very darkness itself is alive. Oh, hello. When you enter the treasure-filled room, an otherworldly creature chained to the floor lifts its head. Leave me to my prison, mortal. I shall not let another mock me as those loathsome goblins have done. Be gone! With a whispered word, the room wavers and you're transported from the room, arriving at a different place. Did you teleport me all the way back out here? You piece of shit. Really? Yeah. I am all the way back here. Thankfully, I saved shortly beforehand. Dick move, man. Dick move. Wait a second. Okay, that's better. Okay, I didn't check this one out. This large stone appears to have fallen from the ceiling. Attempt to lift the stone, but it proves too heavy. Wait, just to make sure, can we, can we do anything with it? See if we can... Hammer time? No. Throw the bolt open, unlatching the door. Circular room appears to be used for storage. Unfortunately, it's been ransacked, perhaps by the goblins. Telltale droppings at the base of this hole indicate that a mouse must be the culprit. See a warped reflection of yourself in the mirror, knowing you look nothing like when you started this adventure. You run your fingers along the mirror's frame, looking for a hidden latch or release. Nothing. You run headlong into the mirror, and amazingly, the surface gives way. Oh. Okay, that also transports us back. least if we do need to fast travel, we have a way how to. Oh, lovely! The muffled sound of laughter is heard from the room beyond. That sounds great. The winding stairs end abruptly in a stone wall. There sure is a lot of stone in this castle. The intricate, colorful weaving of this tapestry highlights this epic figure of a hero readying himself for battle. The tapestry remains securely fastened to the wall. Ooh. The circular room houses a massive telescope as well as all manner of stargazing paraphernalia. This is a golden sextant, typically used to sight the position of celestial bodies in relation to an anchored point. This long metal rod has a groove on the end, indicating it may fit into something. Okay, I think you put the lightning rod in your satchel. I think I know where that goes. You open the book to an interesting entry. You read the handwritten entry on the page. I've noted several observations over the past fortnight. The stars have moved into an unheard of alignment. The unnamed hero, the hourglass depicting endless time, the broken sword of betrayal, the hooded figure of Thanos, the life-stealer. What the fuck you bringing Thanos into this shit for? God damn it. All these constellations are out of season and position, and yet here they are chasing across the night skies. Unbelievable. This can only portend a time of terrible danger and upheaval. The entry is signed by Astronomer Laurel. The chart is firmly attached to the wall, thus you can't take it. A star chart's affixed to the wall. You recognize some of the constellations. The pouring goblet of salvation and the broken sword of conquest. Pointed toward the cloudy sky and secured by countless chains, this massive iron telescope must be nearly 60 hands high and half that in width. You step in close and look through the telescope. That door's locked. I wonder if there's anything that... I remember this castle was built upon the backs of mountain dwarves. I shudder to think of what happened to them. Speaking of, got anything else useful to say? The wizards always could see further than the rest of us. They'd spend hours in here going up to that telescope and studying the constellations. Yeah, I was... No. I wanted to... see in here, actually, and, I wonder if we can actually use that here. That sextant. I guess not. Okay, this was the mirror room. Was there anything else we could use in here? Busted crate can't be opened. The tarp is stuck on something, as a result won't come free. Find 2 cubes of cane. Like sugar? Small cube of compressed sugar, otherwise known as cane. I wonder if, nothing happened when you use the cane on the mouse hole. Try as you might, you're simply too big to fit in such a small space. Do I really look that bad? You ask of your reflection. Unfortunately, York answers by saying, "Yep." Thanks, York. Okay. Let's try this tower again. This time, I think we do not want to go in here. Or was it in here? Anyways, let's continue. A marble statue, carved in the form of a female warrior with a spear, sits on the landing. Perhaps it's fashioned in the image of a goddess. Oh, hello. When you enter the strong room, the woman lounging in front of you begins to speak. I do not know what he sees in you. I'm not impressed. She shrugs before continuing. Forgive me, and allow me to introduce myself. I am Malor Kahu, Chief Lieutenant of the Drekahan.
You wonder what would bring me to this wretched keep. Surely nothing less than the summoning of a great lord. Nearly a score of years removed, Talimar the Black beckoned me, and I answered him gladly. The forces of Drekahan were mine to command. We fell upon these wizards like rabid wolves. Their powers, their elemental pets, they were nothing to one such as he. Now all have fallen or fled, all but one, for he is timeless. The coward has barricaded himself within his tower, an ancient artifact within his grasp. But we will have him still, or if my goblins do not pull him from his hole, when my lord returns, the wizard's head shall lie at his feet.
Unlike my underlings, I will not underestimate you. She finishes with a low snarl, her body growing, transforming. She's a changeling, a deadly race able to take the form of a monstrous creature. Her transformation complete, the beast appears to smile, taunting you with a flip of her claws. Okay, this is where we had the werewolf from before. Hi? You shout the changeling, perhaps in hopes of scaring her off. In an extremely dramatic display, the wolf licks her lips and bares her teeth, ready for an attack. Yeah. The wolf woman pounces on you, batting aside your feeble attempts to defend yourself. At first she merely toys with you, then her claws knife through your tunic, armor, skin, and bone. You crumple to the ground, your lifeblood pouring from your veins. Changeling leans close and with a snarl of hatred takes a bite out of your face. So yeah, this is
You have chosen poorly, young Jer.
We did have Wolf Lady in the original game. As you can see, expanded a little bit upon here.
You wonder what would bring me to this wretched keep.
Okay, now if it's like before, as a werewolf, you don't like silver. So if we use the silver arrow on you. No. Oh. Okay, that doesn't work this time.
You have chosen poorly, young Jer.
Because before you just had to use the silver arrow on Wolf Lady. Oh, that doesn't work. What's this? Although, okay, we do have one other thing. We have that lightning rod. We can probably, if we use that in the same area as I remember from before. Where was that? In here? Right. Very little resistance, the rod slips into place. With a blinding flash, a bolt of lightning strikes the rod, electrifying the air around you. When you open your eyes, a charged aberration hovers among the statuary. It appears to be an elemental made of lightning. Ah, okay. So, do we use our orb again to catch it? Our little makeshift Pokeball. You cautiously step forward with the outstretched silver orb, drawing near to the electrified elemental. Like a swirling vortex, the power of the orb sucks the entity inside. An electrostatic current runs along the surface of the orb. So I wonder what we use that on now. Have a couple more. Oh, what is this? A large bulbous contraption is connected to the ceiling via a series of cocoon tubing. For observational reasons, several rows of tiered seats are arranged around it. Appears to be made from a combination of secreted materials, metal and iron tubing. A faint inner glow and a slow, almost imperceptible pulse makes it look like a beating heart. Empty glass bottles. A white candle rests in an ornate holder. The long-dead carcass can only be described as a dog-like creature with a serrated set of bones protruding from its back. Looks like it was once very formidable. There was the mutant dog in the, like a laboratory area in the original game. Set into the floor of this room, the small grate secures this cage. Something large and orange lies inside of it. You pull open the grate and toss it across the floor. A round orange item. Oh, a pumpkin. Okay. Oh, there was that one note that mentioned, like, this, didn't it? Where does that come into play, I wonder? You decide against taking the cobwebs, swiping them aside instead. I don't know how we actually open that, but why do I have a feeling that it's going to be a very bad idea? Can you imagine wizards sitting on them watching various experiments? You hop up the steps and sit down on the first chair. After a brief rest, you get back up feeling refreshed and ready to take on the world. The wizards once used this mechanism to make great and powerful concoctions, but now it lies still and dead. The device should draw power from the magical remains of the wizards that build it, but you have yet to find the final skull and return it to its place above the entrance to the caves. Okay, what if we open this? You notice an opening near the front of the monstrosity. Perhaps something goes in there. This library must contain thousands of ancient tomes, books, and manuscripts. A thick coating of dust covers everything. Though you struggle with the poor penmanship, you read on. I am honored to have been selected by Fandral to document the workings of the Circle. The newest initiate is a young man with an inquisitive nature. He's taken the name of Lakmir and intends to study the origins of time, although his mastery has yet to be chosen. The High One mentioned that Lakmir is not from his line, and thus cannot be groomed to become head of the circle. Rather, the new initiate was chosen from an unorthodox shrine, performed by Talamir. I do not trust that one. He has an ambition and a hunger that does not sit well with a member of the circle. Flip to the book, knowing the pages are blank. Huh. Okay. You barely understand the cryptic writings of the book. However, one particular word stands out from the rest. Plasleer. In your mind's eye, you see a glyph one. Write the strange marking. You do not learn this spell. Okay. A calming peace quells the stormy thoughts in your mind as you gaze intently at the symbol. Made from some hide-like material, the map shows the continental lands of Kal Torlin. Oh. Sensing something strange, you step closer to the books on these shelves. A series of shelves are cluttered with books of varying shapes, sizes, and colors. The accumulated knowledge in this place must be truly staggering. Okay, now, if I recall, I think the spine of this book has only one word. Ularua. Oh, okay, yeah, I did see this in one of those other scrolls I read. I think we have to use these in a particular order, but... to be honest, I think I'm actually going to... I think I'm actually going to call it a stream right here, because I'm going to... This was going to be a shorter stream anyways. As I figure out what I'm gonna do from here, but tomorrow I intend to start Danganronpa V3, and that one's gonna be longer, I think, because I don't know how long I'm gonna go on that one, but I know it's gonna be a while from the start of the prologue until the first murder takes place. So, again, I think this is a good spot to call this one for right now. I hope to be back with this soon, though. Thank you, everybody who watched, though. Have a good night. I'll see you guys next time.